Hello, you guys. Welcome to the Wise Woman Way. We are here with household tips, I guess, slash in the kitchen. Anyway, this is our conscious living segment of the Wise Woman Way. And we're starting off with some fresh new ideas to share and hope that it will impact people's lives. We are of Golden Rule Wellness Missions group, and sometimes we use group and organization interchangeably. But we are a group of people, women, and friends who want to help people as well as their self through this journey called life, to learn to heal themselves and be well and seek self-help through reading and educating themselves about things that are here for us, just for the asking, by way of nature. Things, tools that we can use that are in our sheds or probably laying dormant in our minds, but our parents and grandparents and so forth on have used these things on their journey, because it's always about survival. Anyhow, again, my name is Elizabeth Lyde. I just want to show you guys a picture here before I get into the bitters for living. I once had, I don't know if you guys could see this, but I once had a store called Queen Essence Health and Beauty Shop on Ferry Street in New Haven, Connecticut. And the problem with the store was I had great customers coming in, loyal, but the biggest problem was they want the people to come in, and basically our people at that time in 2002 and 3, they want you to bring your prices down. When we know you go into the Asian stores or any other store, you don't ask people to bring their prices down. But anyway, it is what it is. During that time, I had my store open. I had girlfriends who had stores open too during this particular time in New Haven, like Vanessa's Lingerie, which was on Whaley Avenue down by going towards Amity section of New Haven and Westville, as well as my girlfriend Lois Madu, who had a pretty huge store selling a lot of ethnic things, African clothings and a lot of things. And also, you know, the women at Beauty Plus and other downtown New Haven, as well as on Whaley Avenue nearer to downtown. Anyway, enough said about that. The problem was with our African American women who were on the forefront, you know, trying to grow their businesses and cater to our own communities, basically, which, you know, anyone can come into the store, anyone can purchase. But we were selling a lot of things because that's where our passion was at, you know, selling ethnic things for our people. That's okay. Everybody do it. Anyhow, the biggest problem we had, once again, was we didn't have a lot of outcome far as African Americans supporting us. It was really terrible during those times, and not just in the city of New Haven, but throughout the entire state, as well as on a international level too, but more so in America. Our people, we just didn't support each other. So that was about 20 years ago. So I sold a lot of things in the store, like authentic African masks, which was imported from Africa. all parts of Africa, Nigeria, and different places. We had drums, canes, we had dashikis, we had bitters, we had essential oils, fragrance oils, African jewelry, oh Lord, shea butter, black soap, and we also incorporated our own products, Queen Essence owned 20 years ago. And we really strive, but we wind up folding like most of all the other stores that were owned by African American women. Now, Beauty Plus, they stayed the course, and of course, they were established much longer than the other groups that was into the business, such as myself. So they went for the long hard, and they really took some dips and some real hard punches and everything, with the Asian stores coming in with hair products and stuff, because that's what Beauty Plus was selling. Beauty Plus derived from out of I can't call the Unique Boutique, which was downtown on Chapel Street. Melanie and her sister Elizabeth had also worked for Unique Boutique, and from out of that, they established their own business, which is still going strong today on Chapel Street in New Haven. Don't have the correct address, but you can find it. You can Google it. And not only that, but Beauty Plus, Melanie had helped me to stock up my store a little bit by giving me a discount on some of the things that she has, so I can stock up my store, Queen Essence, at the time. So I appreciate her. I'm grateful for her. But the funny thing about it is, like, almost maybe 17 years later, my son-in-law and my daughter, they began to grow a business in beauty products for the skin and hair, for the entire body. And when the pandemic came in, because they were online, basically running, the store really blew up. Now, Daddy Butter had got a real huge boost far as for a decent location with Beauty Plus here in Beauty Supply downtown in New Haven. That's where they were located, after moving from home business into a district of businesses, which was also downtown. So, we all help each other. That's my point. So I have some tips today, and I don't want to hold you much longer. Anyway, so Queen Essence sold a lot of, products that help us to help ourselves, such as we had some living bitters back in the day, but not at this extent. And we also had essential oils, incense, specialty soaps, all types of shea butter. We was doing that 20 years ago. And actually, once I started, my girlfriend Elois Hall, who had the big store in Westfield, she also really embarked and started incorporating her own products. Of course, she had lent me a book, which she wasn't reading, so I started reading it, and she was coming over seeing me, incorporate health and beauty products, and boom, she had the money and thing over me, and she went out there and she did her thing, and she was awesome. Okay, so with all that said, today, you guys, I have a story to tell, which will be quick, and it'll be part 2. After I finish telling you about our living bitters, and one particular one, 2 of them that I took, which was awesome, I'm going to give you a part 2 in depth of what the Wise Women Way is really all about, and where we get our information from, and how we share it, and why we share our information. Okay, you guys, so the first one is living bitters here. It's a tonic, but this is the living bitters that I used back in 2007 When I had some fibroids, after coming from the doctor, I learned I had fibroids, and they were really starting to make me uncomfortable. And so I never did like too much surgery and things of that nature. So I always try to always help myself or research things that I can use that can treat or cure elements of the body. And in fact, this is what I do. And I must send a thank you out to Dr. Leonard Jeffries, who I followed after I learned of him after the Million Man March in 1995. And I'm going to quote what he said. He said the 21st century will be all about the African minds. Yes, M-I-N-E-S, as well as M-I-N-D. And so when he said that, that really struck something in me to start looking to myself, to heal myself. And I've been on that journey ever since. And another reason that I'm so impacted by that message is because out of that also grew my store, Queen Essence Health and Beauty Products. So I want to just put that out there for Dr. Leonard Jeffrey, who's been on a move for the liberation of Black people for a long time. And so here we go. Now, Living Bitters here, I'm just going to read to you what it did to me, and then I'm going to read a little more. And if you guys want this information, I can send it to you along with Living Bitters, which is the price for our Living Bitters as we speak, is now $43. And I'm sorry it's at that amount, but prices on everything went up. And so now even when this stuff is imported from out of Africa, for the most part, everything goes up. Okay, so it got rid of my fibroids. I had no more problems. But when I started taking the Living Bitters along with some Irish Living Bitters I had, it started making me feel good. But when I particularly got the Living Bitters with the FCF right here, where is it at? These two right here, FCF, that's female corrective formula. And the Living Bitters, I took them together for approximately 2 weeks. And after 2 weeks, I just didn't pay anything any mind because I didn't have the discomfort anymore and really didn't realize it until maybe a week or two prior. I went to my gynecologist and she did a pap smear, and she was just concerned about this little piece of meat that was just hanging out. She said it means nothing, or she just wanted to take a closer look at it. She said it's nothing. She said it just need to be clipped off. When I realized what she was talking about, I come to learn that the guy I met at the flea market, who was an African guy who was from New York, who was at the flea market selling bitters and stuff. And I asked him, what can I do about the fibroid? He's the one that told me about the Living Bitters and the female corrective formula will get rid of them. He said these words. He said, once you finish taking these, he said that it will correct your menstruation. And he said, the fibroids will just shrivel up and come and pass through your urine. And I guess it must have passed through on a menstruation I had. But anyway, my menstruation became regular, everything. I can't tell you enough about this Living Bitters with the FCF together. It just got me right, cleansed out my colon, and I just felt really, really good. So let me tell you more about the Living Bitters right now. It says, discover the secret of healthier, longer life with Living Bitters. The bitters for the living. Even a teaspoon a day cuts down your medical bills. And I bear witness to that. And it also goes on to tell you, let me grab my magnifying glass here. On the introduction, intensive research have paved that about 90% let me go over again. Intensive research has proved that about 90% of all diseases could be tracked to perfection. That is the buildup of waste and toxic materials in the colon, large intestines. This happens when the body is unable to flush out waste in the system effectively. The residual waste piles up and concentrates, resulting in many health problems. What are the causes? Absorption and secretion becomes completely or partially suspended. The stomach and intestines are unable to function properly. The liver becomes clogged and overloaded with bile. The kidneys are filled with decayed tissue and dead blood corpuscles. I know I probably didn't say that right, but it goes on and on and on. The information, you just can't get this information anymore. So I have the bottle of living bitters, and I do sell the living bitters at the price of $43 plus tax. Okay, and if you guys are interested in getting living bitters or any of the other products, I will give you a contact number so you can put your orders in and get your living bitters. Living bitters is for the living. I bear witness that this works. This treats and perhaps can cure. Okay, because my fibroids are gone, so that issue that I have no more. Okay, so now before you take anything or whatever, you always want to check with your doctor. And I am not a doctor and don't pretend to be a doctor. Let's go on to number 2, the hemp seed formula. And let me bring it up so you can see this one. This is awesome. Oh my goodness, for leg cramps and things, I take this one, and let me just read to you. Okay, the hemp seed formula. Okay, this is 100% premium organic herb. Okay, multifunctional, contains a total of 144 milligrams of hemp cannabis extracts per containers. Okay, so here are the benefits of hemp seed and the cannabis, I guess that's what they say, extracts. It helps with blood pressure, helps with immunity, helps with inflammation, helps with cholesterol, helps with joint pain, supports heart health, supports healthy skin, supports blood sugar. Now, why wouldn't you want to use this living bitters? You know, we have to really understand that we have everything that we need to take care of ourselves. And I'm not saying don't check with your doctors and stuff. I'm just saying that this hemp seed formula works well. I tried this too, and I testify to that it works well. Now, the hemp seed formula cost is $45 plus tax. Okay, we're going to go on to the next one quickly because we don't want the video to be too long. Okay, so next here we have our living bitters, and this one is for woman wellness, and this is also good. Let me go on and give you a little more info on this. Now, we're talking about women. I'm going to leave that right there. We're talking about women. Now, you can also take this living bitters for the women along with the FCF, and that'll really boost and help you with your menstruation. It regulates your menstruation and get your blood and stuff flowing correctly in the womb area of the body. It's awesome. And we sell our living bitters here for women's wellness at the price of women with it. Okay, that one is only $25. So here you have these living bitters here. The first one is $43, and the hemp seed formula is $45, and the living bitters, what women's wellness, is $25. And more on the I'll just leave this up here so you can look at that. And also I'm going to read to you about the female corrective formula. Female corrective formula is a combination of potent herbs, specially formulated to help regulate the female menstrual cycle. Did you hear that? It helps to regulate the female menstrual cycle. It treats cramping, excessive flow, and irregularity of periods. So, remember, I remember when I was getting my menstruation, I had a real woo. One of my menstruations was like a what is that called? A whale of water, gushing down. And I tell you, this year, women's formula is the thing to use to correct your issues with your women problem. Together with the living bitters, it clears cysts, fibroids, and endometriosis. I'm not good with that. I can't get that one out. But anyway, I'll put it at the screen, and I'm telling you, you guys, if you want this information along with your product, you can get that. Now let's go on to the fourth one, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we're past the fourth one now. The female corrective tonic. Okay, that and the living bitters for the women's wellness is awesome together, as well as your hemp seed formula for your legs and your joints and stuff, as well as the living bitters that help the gut, that really helps to cleanse out your colon. That way you don't have to, be in and out of these hospitals with this COVID going on during the pandemic. So our next one here we're going to go to is our sour sap bitters, and this here is awesome. I currently take this one right now, and this one, let me tell you, have 21 different. Let me first bring it up to the camera. I'm acting like this is a straight up monologue, but it's not. Okay, so that's the sour sap formula of bitters, and so let me tell you, this has 21 different herbs and roots as well, to prevent the following diseases. And I will read it again. I'm so sorry, but I'm coming up with my next eyeglass appointment, and I have to get them my seeing improved. 21 different herbs and roots to prevent the following diseases. Oh my goodness, you guys gonna have to look at this for yourself. I'll read a few. The benefits helps to reduce the following diseases. Wow. Cough, asthma, stomach distress, fever, slowing the growth of cancer. Did you hear that? Slowing the growth of cancer. Suppress inflammation, high blood pressure, hypertension, good circulation of blood, waist pain. Listen, you guys, you can see that it has a lot of words right here, and you have to read it for yourself. You get it and read it for yourself. Or if you want to take a picture of this, you could take a picture of that if you can, and then blow it up and read it. But this here sour sap formula bitters is awesome to have, and I use this currently. Life is all about survival. The more you have in your home, to prevent you from getting diseases or being able to take stuff you have in your home, like the bitters and stuff, the better off you will be in life. Okay? Because it's like you have an armor of things to help you in your reservoir when you get sick and stuff. Okay? So lastly, we have this Zion's root drink, which I take a shot of it. let me grab a shot glass. I'm going to take a shot of it right now. Because, you know, currently I am on this journey of, I just became meatless. I eat fish and things of the sea, but for the longest time, I was only eating white meats, and then I kept getting off my game, not a whole lot, and I started eating red meats. But this past year, when the pandemic came in 2020, it changed my whole game plan because I had a really nice structured life. I was at the gym for like 4 years straight, never missed 1 week. 4 years. And I lost almost about 50 pounds through hard workout, dedication, and the weight came off. So I would take some Zion drink or another drink. You know, a lot of people in the Caribbean, and most of the time this is developed in the Caribbean islands. And this is a good one right here that I get from a store that's not far by. Look at it bubbling over. Wow. Yep. So that's what I will be doing. I will definitely, let me just get me a little bit here. It ain't gonna let me get much because of the suds. But look at this, you guys. Wow. And that's been in the refrigerator. You guys, when I open my stuff, I keep everything in the refrigerator because it's in a jar. And I found out when you have sugar, salt, vinegar, or oils or something spicy in your canned or jarred things, but this one is plastic, that you can always put it in a dark, cold, dry place, and it will literally last longer than even the expiration dates. So you have to call those shots on your own. But all these things I showed you today, the bitters and the formulas for the living, you have to try them. You have to have these in your home for you as well as for your children. Okay, so I'm going to give you the price on all of these, and then we're going to go ahead and close our segment of this show for conscious living. Okay, so again, living bitters is $43. That's your living bitters. Then we have our hemp seed formula, $45. That's your hemp seed. Then we have the woman wellness living bitters. Let me get it right. $25. Then we have our FCF, meaning female corrective formula, and that is $30 a bottle. Next is our sour sap, and our sour sap is $25. And last and not least, our Zion Roots drink for $25. We sell these items: living bitters, the tonic, hemp seed formula, living bitters, women wellness, the female corrective formula, the sour sap, and the Zion. We sell all these bitters and formulas, tonics here at our Queens of Essence shop, which will be uploaded soon to our website at Golden Rule Wellness Mission, WM.org. Okay, so soon you will be able to go straight to the website and get your items whenever you need it. Now, but for right now, as we grow in the business, you can definitely go ahead and get any one of these items, but you will have to cash app us at $Elizabeth Teresa. And also you can contact us on Facebook. You can leave your contact information on our website, as well as your request for what you want, or what can we do for you on our website, because we also do 15-minute free consultations for whatever we provide on our website, and including with the bitters here. And like I say, for this here living bitters right here, I highly recommend this, because this here is this keep you cleansed out. If you can't poop, you having problems pooping, no, don't get these pills and stuff. You can, and the reason why I say our products here that we have strategically selected from vendors, this is all natural, organic, herbs and roots and leaves from the earth. And remember, it's all over the scripture. And the leaves should be for the healing of the nations. And we also get that from Dr. Sabies. And I was following him in 2007, 8, 9, up until, we lost him. But he left a legacy of wealth of information for us to latch on to. And that's what pushed me to go ahead and start working out, going to the gym, and changing my diet up. I'm grateful to Dr. Sabi, as well as Dr. Leonard Jeffrey, and all the people who help impact my life to want to help other people to really take a look at their health and live better. Okay, so you are here with the Wise Woman Way of Golden Rule Wellness Mission. This is our segment of Living Conscious. We thank you for joining in. Again, our cash app for any one of these items is the $ Elizabeth Teresa. Find us on Facebook, and you can also connect with us on our website at goldenrulewm.org. If you want to send us an email, Golden Rule Wellness Mission @yahoo.com. You guys, as the wise woman always say, be well, be wise, and always think higher. Ashe.